Welcome back to No Crime After Dark, where we talk about, well, it's not daytime kind of right now, it's cloudy where I'm at, but where we talk about crime in the daytime because I'm running out of it again today. Let's see. Where we have to talk about crime in the daytime. I don't have nothing. I got to start writing.
Scary, and I don't.
I didn't want to say scary.
Yeah, I've heard. I just don't do it.
But you low key bullied me the other week though. Like, I just thought you would always, because you have such a smart.
That is not. You see, that is your way of thinking. I did not bully you. I was just saying the fact that
I'm gonna ask my mama.
Say, well, your mouth is smart.
Folks watching this, if they don't watch all the episodes, like, girl, who is Saida's mama at this point? Because she always saying something about her damn mama. Because I love my mama.
We love her.
Like I say, don't judge me, judge your mama. But anyway, welcome back. Last week we talked about Aaron Carter, that sad ass, tragic ass story. Completely could have been avoided, but we're not going to talk about Hollyweird today. We're just going to talk about weird people.
In general,
we're going to talk about just weird human beings walking this earth. Today we will be talking about none other than, I wish I had a drum roll, Carlee Russell. Y'all know who that is. I was waiting till things died down a bit because I didn't know how the story was going to turn out. So I didn't want to talk about it right away. I have my little responses and we'll touch on that later. But it's a hot mess. It's just a good old-fashioned hot mess. It's just a hot mess. Not I was low-key trying to defend you because we didn't have all the information yet and you got me looking stupid.
But I feel like she made everybody look stupid. I feel like
everybody was looking like concerned and worried about her well-being.
Some people were on it like, this don't seem right. Some people were like, let this girl, I mean, if it's, find her. And then when she came home, we're like, well, okay, is she okay? And then we had to wait. And then now we're like, really?
And that my only issue with the people that was making suspicion, like the minute they said that girl was back home, it just started. And my thing is, they hadn't released any statements or nothing yet. Yeah. People are in the uproar. Oh, we deserve an explanation. You don't deserve shit. Shit don't know you. The only people that deserve an explanation is her family and her friends. That's it. And the police, apparently. But that's it. I don't know, Carlee.
You wouldn't if nobody was looking for her. But since you got the police out here looking for you, yes, they deserve. I mean, I get that we need one too, because we was out here looking for you. I was not. People in Alabama was.
I was just keeping up with the story.
Yeah, I wasn't looking.
Just trying to see how it was going to unfold. I didn't make an assumption she was lying. I was waiting on all the facts. Yeah. Period. Because my thing is, okay, she went missing Thursday. She came back Saturday. Y'all wanted an answer Sunday. Like, she didn't get to the hospital till 11 o'clock. How soon did you think you was going to get?
Taken on live.
And that's what, right, in the hospital, in the bed.
Right. Okay.
My name is Carlee Russell. Like, no. So, anyway, Carlee, aka Carlethia Russell. Carlethia. I'm sorry. I don't want to. Carlethia. I forgot the I. Carlethia Russell. I see why she went by Carlee. Sound like Darif. Anyway, she was born on July 22nd, 1997 to Talitha. That's how she got that name.
Yeah.
Talitha and Carlos Russell in Alabama. I completely. What is the name of that city she was in? I don't know how I wrote down Alabama, didn't write the city down. Anyhow,
Hooverville.
Did you say Huntsville?
Hoover. Is it Hoover Dance?
Hoover. That's what it was. Hoover something. Anyway, Hoover, Alabama. We don't know if she was born there because I didn't see that. They just said her birthday and where she was born. But she ended up in Hoover, Alabama. I am not going to do an extensive background on her. I purposely did this because when you lie, I don't care about what you succeeded at. Yeah, I don't care. Like, everything you did last month overshadows all of that.
He could
Nothing matters anymore.
Don't even care anymore.
Yeah, people don't care anymore. Like, for the rest of your life, you're going to be known as the bitch that lied about getting kidnapped.
Okay, yeah.
Especially when black folks is going missing every day and they don't acknowledge it. You the one. You're the one.
And, it is, okay, I will say that it's messed up that she did this, but she's
It's
not.
fucked up. I'm gonna say it's fucked up. We ain't got banned yet.
But she's not the only one, because I looked it up and it's like 7 mother effers that.
Girl, you don't cuss and shut up. Is somebody in your house like you can't?
No.
So now
it was Sherry from California. That's 2016.
I don't know Sherry.
Quinn Gray, that was here in Florida in Ponte Vedra. She made up had a police going to the Chick-fil-A with the $59,000. She ain't even at you for
I vaguely remember that story.
And then there was a Carol in New York, and everybody knows Patty Hearst. She made that up. And then the Chloe in Pennsylvania, and this Tiffany Bray in Oklahoma. So it's not like it's uncommon. I didn't say
it was uncommon. It's stupid and weird. Yeah. And then you can tell what kind of family these people have, like family and friends, because I don't have the kind of family and friends that I can fake my disappearance on. Like, if I'm going to fake it, I'm going to just run with it because I'm not coming back.
Girl, you better just tell me you leaving. I'm leaving.
I mean, I'm smart enough to tell at least one somebody where I'm at, and you just can't tell nobody else. But
and that's my thing. So I know Quinn because she was faking it because she wanted money. She was trying to get something from her husband, some ransom or something like that. And then Sherry was trying to do some kind of DNA. She was trying to hide some DNA. She was doing something. So she was trying to fake her. I don't know what the rest of the girls. But what was her reasoning to fake it? What is your reason to fake
this? Before we get to that, because you be ready to go off. You try not to cuss, but you be ready to go off. I don't get it. I know. But on July 13th, again, we're not talking about nothing nobody already knows because this is very recent. July 13th, 2023, she went missing. But this was after, this is where the acting comes in. This was after she's driving down the interstate in Alabama and calls 911 and says that she saw a toddler on the side of the road. Or highway, because that ain't even a road at that point. She was on the interstate, so on the side of the highway. Mm-hmm. And she called them, gave them a description. They asking her, because I heard the call too. They asking her like description of the baby. She's like, it looks like a boy, maybe 4 or 5 years. Like the girl had a story, at least in the beginning. She had a story. Looked like he was about 4.
I remember driving down the highway and giving fake information as well. But I was actually did a crime. So, I mean,
we were not faking our disappearance.
We were actually just faking that we weren't involved in a crime. That's what I was trying to say.
That's what I was going to say. We were hiding from a crime. Right. Nobody was trying to disappear because who you told the story to knew where I lived at and where you lived at. So oh, I know my mama be having so many questions when we subliminally talk about that. Because, like, girl, what was y'all doing? What crime? Maybe your daddy did have a point. Maybe you shouldn't have been hanging with her. I don't know.
He loves me. Okay,
he does. He really does, deep down. Actually, openly now. But anyway, but the baby looks like a boy, 4 or 5 years old, and she's telling them she's following them. Now, I'm going to point this out where she messed up, and I'm going to say it right now. She has Life 360 on her phone. Yeah. So while she was telling this story, they paid attention to the fact that she drove for 6 full yards, which they broke it down in layman's terms. That's 6 full football fields. So you drove that far following the child, but didn't get out to check on the baby. If I see a child on the side of the road, I'm going to call 911, and I'm not getting off the phone with 911 till I get in touch or I'm in the presence of said child.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to follow him down the street looking like a weirdo, because that's the first thing for me. Like, you looking like you stalking the damn child. Right. But that's where she messed up. She had Life 360 on her phone. My mom and Ron and them use that to keep tabs on everybody. I'm actually tell them to add me on because I'm myself now. So somebody needs to have me on Life 360.
Detail. Like, you can see the speed limit. You can
Yeah. So I'm about to tell them just don't throw me in there. But yeah, so that's where that was mistake number 1. You did all that on, and I don't think this is what pisses me off. It is 2023. Everybody knows everything is tracked, recorded, all of that. You can't even go to the library without being recorded. So to even do that, and you got a whole tracking mechanism on your phone.
And the highways have cameras. My thing, when I first heard this story first, I was like, is she the only? My first thing was she the only one that called? Like,
they didn't say that. They didn't receive. They specified in the press conference they didn't receive any other calls.
So that's
about a child on the side of that interstate.
Because a child, somebody else is gonna call.
I mean, I'd be hauling ass, but I'm like, damn, was that a baby? I might not have been able to stop, but
the damn deer.
Let me call the police real quick. I can't go back now, but
yeah, exactly. It's just I didn't understand that. That was one thing. And then the people on TikTok, some girl said right there in 45 seconds, you can see.
They was pissing me off.
No, you should have seen me going back. I was like 45.
You know I can't see. I done took my glasses off, got up on the phone, put them back on, got up on the phone.
I don't see anything. I'm like,
I didn't see shit either.
So then I let me go see the video different somewhere else. Maybe they mean that 45 seconds. Mm-hmm. So, and I still didn't see it. And
I saw so many different renditions of that video, and today I ain't seen what they saw.
Yeah,
and that's why I say people be reaching, and like I know we have an ultimate goal with what we're doing, but I feel like people be so bent on just views and clicks and likes. You not even willing. That's what was pissing me off. Y'all not even willing to wait to get all the information, bruh. Like that was my thing. So it was crazy because it was really people arguing with me. It's probably a few followers we won't have, but it was people arguing with me, assuming that I was just believing what was said. And I'm like, I didn't say she was telling the truth. What I'm saying is she just got home less than 48 hours ago. Like, give it a minute. Like, damn. We deserve an explanation. Somebody debated
when it's time and they're ready. Like, what the hell?
And that's what the press conference was for. But we don't have all the information.
No.
We just know she was charged, and that was it. Because apparently she was lying, because she wouldn't have been charged if she wasn't lying. But it was somebody debating with me because I had seen, because it was going crazy when she came back on TikTok. But I had seen where they mentioned that Crime Stoppers had made a post or comment or statement and was like they were going to return the money back to the people that donated for the search parties and all of that. If you wanted your money back, we can send it back. If you wanted to go something else, we can put it there, like whatever kind of thing. Not some random
$63,000.
Yeah. So, and then some random is like, that's not how that works. They don't give the money back. Niggas, they said it. Like, that's my thing. Get your facts, first of all, before you argue with me. That's the first thing. I don't even know you, but get your shit together before you argue with me. But nonetheless, getting off track, because she's still lying, but we got to tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, tell us.
So she calls 911, gives a description. For whatever reason, she gets off the phone with 911 and then calls her sister-in-law. And while she's telling her sister-in-law, I'm sure the same story she just told the police, Carlee screams, and then there's just nothing but traffic, basically, because the phone was still on, but Carlee screamed, and then there was nothing. So not long after that, the police popped up because the sister-in-law called the mama, and the mama called the police.
Yeah.
So the police show up not too long after that, and they found her car, her cell phone, and her purse, and her Apple Watch inside the purse. Tzatziki's, I don't even know who that is, but it sounds like a Greek restaurant.
It is. It's good.
She was planning on eating real good.
Yeah, it was good.
If it's Greek, I know it was fire. Mm. That's my first thing. Mediterranean food is lit. But well, they say some Cheez-Its or something, some cheese, or they said cheese crackers. Like basically a small survival kit. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Anyway, initially her mom believed somebody took advantage of her while she was on the phone with her sister-in-law and then abducted her.
Yeah.
You got a daughter that can be taken advantage of in the middle of the night on the side of the interstate.
I'm just gonna run into the interstate. What you gonna do? Follow me?
I wouldn't have been out of my car and not been on the phone with one of y'all. Like, forget the police. I'm gonna be on the phone with one of y'all.
Yeah, no.
Because y'all need to know to call the right people. The police don't know that. You can call the police in the midst of them people, but there are certain people I need to know right away. So in the meantime, because this happened really fast.
Yeah.
In the meantime, the whole world is going nuts.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen social media blow up over a Black woman missing the way it did for Carlee Russell. And that's what's so disappointing about it. Because, bitch, you were really lying. And that's the one time they used all the resources they had on a missing Black woman. So imagine how much easier it's going to be moving forward. But within 48 hours on July 15th, that hoe was home.
She walked home.
Walked home. Did you hear the story that she told while she was gone?
Okay, so this is the story I got. She was by a man with orange hair and a woman. Okay.
Orange hair with a big bald spot in the back.
Right. And she was put into an 18-wheeler. So then my thing was with the 18-wheeler, I know it's Alabama, the state is in the middle.
That's a lot of them, yeah.
Yeah. So, but like, was it like because it has to be fast, so did it take you into
First of all, 18-wheeler ain't just taking off like that.
And it ain't just parked and nobody else seen one.
No.
So what I'm thinking is
gotta be parked somewhere 18-wheelers can be parked.
So that's why I was like, well, was it like on the other side of the bushes off that X? Maybe was there like a truck stop where he can snatch you and then throw you back in the what? Like
I can say right now, being in the Midwest, we get just as many. Like when I be driving from here to Omaha, that's all that's on the interstate.
Yeah,
it's 18-wheelers. That's it. So I can honestly say if they're parked somewhere that they're not supposed to be, that's a fat ass ticket, and that's gonna look real good on your quota for the month. Right. Ain't no police officer finna pass up the chance to ticket or tow it. They not. So I get what you're saying, but that ain't it because it wasn't no 18-wheeler. Because you have to unlock so many locks and it's just a lot you got to do. And most of these truck stops are big because they're truck stops, so they're huge, and you got a lot of people staying there. A lot of fucking camera footage for the same reason. Yeah. So it's hard, even in the middle of the night, because people pull in all hours of the day. Even in the middle of the night, I can imagine it's hard to open up the hole unless I did just think about something. Some of them have it because most people back in, of course, so they can just pull out.
See, that's
but if it was I can kind of see it. Maybe
that's what I was assuming in my head. Okay, maybe it's the exit off the exit or to the right because I'm putting this together. It's a truck stop. Like when you got the exit, all the big. If you're that's a traveling freeway, maybe it's a truck stop. If he backs up to it, maybe that's the side that goes through to the freeway. I don't know.
And that's my thing. It could be a bunch of trees, brush, whatever behind it. So
so maybe they ran you through the bushes and had the truck already backed up. But it was just so outland. Like it was just
it was.
I mean, I just couldn't really be like, because then I'm like, well, why would a baby be with the truck driver and his girlfriend? But then a lot of women and their husbands are now doing truck driving together so they can get more money and they have their families and they're saving money for the house. All right, so I understand that. So I'm just like, but why would they risk putting their baby on off the highway? What if he would have run?
The only thing that did make sense is in reality, if we're gonna add reality to this whole fictional ass story, people do use kids. If you're a professional abductor, people do use kids as bait.
And that's now if they was in a parking lot, I would be like, but I just don't see anybody using a toddler on the side of a highway.
No, I would
that baby could run. Anything could happen.
Like I said, I would pick like a Walmart or a Target, like you said, not somewhere on where they can get hit by an 18-wheeler. Yeah.
Right.
Where it might actually work.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's when they lost me there. She lost me again.
Okay.
And then she said so then she was in the truck, and then she went to a house, and then she was blindfolded but not tied. And she was
No. So they put her in the 18-wheeler.
Right.
She heard a woman, but she never saw her.
Oh, okay, I didn't get that part.
At some point, they stopped because she says she was able to escape and take off on foot. She was caught again and then put into a car.
Oh, Carlee.
That was her story. She was sticking to it. Okay. So then she was thrown into another car where they then blindfolded her, but they did not tie her wrists together because they didn't want to leave marks on her wrist. Never in the history of kidnapping people have I ever heard that they gave a damn about putting marks on your wrist when they're tying you to make sure you can't get away.
And then in this case, if you're not tied up, you're able to fight. Because that's the whole point in time you have to stop. So you wanted to be kidnapped? Like you was like, okay. Have you seen that?
I might not have made it out, but I'm leaving some scratch. What we say, I'm scratching you. They're going to find the DNA up under my nails. I'm scratching you.
I tell him all the time, if you ever come to this house and find me dead, murdered, and raped, know that.
The first thing that you do is check them. Yep, I'm biting and scratching.
You gonna check my stuff for my DNA because I got their ass.
I'm spitting on them and some more shit. I'm finna be all over them and they finna be all over me. So
that sweat, he gonna drop some sweat on me because I am like.
But they say on the clumps, this ain't gonna be no easy win, nigga. No, real talk. I ain't gonna say I could beat a man or hell, even another woman, depending on who it is. But right. You gonna know I was here.
I'm gonna fight.
You gonna know that.
I'm gonna be caught because I'm gonna get your DNA. That's what's gonna happen. Shit, I may be dead, but you gonna get caught.
Please believe they gonna know who did it.
Yeah.
So she gets home on the 15th, like we stated before. Everybody wanted an answer immediately. Per the press conference, they did question her at the hospital, which is expected. And they got this.
She is in the hospital. She does need to be checked out. So, it's, in and out quick, fast.
Yeah. So they did speak to her and listen to this whole concoction of a story. And they also mentioned the fact that they had to stop it because her family felt the way about them questioning her, basically. That's not how they put it, but that's what I got from it. Because they were like, because of family's concerns, we had to cut the interview short.
But I mean, you as a parent, I'm not going to say that because as a parent, when your kids is lying. DJ
and they knew.
But they knew.
One or both, not out. Now, you always got sometimes that one parent that's a little more gullible, but one of them knew she was lying. More than likely, I'm taking the shot in the dark, her dad, because looking at them interviews, he was nodding his head, but you could tell he wasn't feeling what his wife was saying.
On that interview on Today?
Yeah, like he kind of always knew she was on some BS. Like
she probably is always like that, very much.
Yeah, like that. And her mom wants to be in denial because she's a whole nurse. Like she grew up like they don't even live. They in the suburbs. Well, that's what I'm saying is they in the suburbs of Alabama. They ain't even in the hood.
But my thing is,
like they connected to the governor and shit.
Yeah, your occupation don't make you a saint.
No, I'm not saying it does, but I'm saying for her mom.
I don't know people say, well,
yeah,
he's that.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, I ain't perfect, but I done accomplished some shit. And I mean, I tell you, I ain't gonna fake my disappearance, but I have done some things that I'm not exactly proud of.
It says nurses that kill. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, it's a whole show that's nurses that kill. Like,
and without the whole show, you could compile the whole show between all these other different shows.
What the hell you mean she's a nurse?
How? So they talked to her and they let her be, basically. Yeah. So it would be like almost a week before they held the press conference. It took a few days. And what they basically said in the press conference, without saying it directly, she lied. I love how they use professional words to cover up she lied. I love that. I love the verbiage. I love it. But when they found Carlee, she told them the story of the 18-wheeler and all of that. But also what they found was she had $170 in her right sock. Now, the reason, why are you looking like that?
It's just crazy.
Because you're just like, of course she did. Of course she did.
I'm sitting at this table with this person, and then she's telling the story. I would be, like, if we would sit on the table, she's my cousin, and I'm like, so I've been concerned about her, and then I hear the interview, and like the detectives are here, and she's sitting there, and I'm listening, and I'd be like,
now you know damn well that didn't happen.
Right. I had to walk away.
You know what? My son got to get ready for school. I got to go to work in the morning. I'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, come on now.
Girl, insane. But when they found her, now I had a couple different ideologies of why she might have had that there, but either way, because one of them is hella illegal. Don't ask me how I know that, just whatevs. But she had $170 in her right sock. When they searched her phone after they confiscated it, and I have it in chronological order. Not chronological. I got the dates because I forgot the times.
So, okay.
Go ahead.
No, the phone. No, we already established that the phone was left there.
Yeah, they confiscated the phone from the car. Yeah. And why aren't you leaving your red Mercedes on the side of the interstate? I just want to say that because red is my favorite color, and I low-key have always wanted a red Mercedes. Like, why would you do that?
You left your car, your phone, your food,
and your watch.
Your watch. Your food.
The money. Okay, I'm about to get into that. Okay. So on July 11th, 2 days before she went missing, she searched to see if it cost anything or do you have to pay for an Amber Alert.
I wonder if she had to pay. Was she gonna pay for her own? I'm gonna send this ahead of time because
maybe she was thinking about her family. I don't know. Like, I don't want to have them to have to spend money for me lying. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
That was considerate.
I guess. I'm gonna just stress them out instead. On July 13th, again, I heard the times, but I was trying to write and I had went over so many times I didn't want to go back at the times. But anyway, on July 13th, she Googled how to steal from a cash register without getting caught. Also on July 13th, she Googled Birmingham bus stations. Also on July 13th, and if you don't remember, as we said before, this is the day she went missing.
Yeah.
Also on July 13th, bought a ticket to Nashville. Looked to see how much it was going to cost and bought it. And the very last thing before she disappeared on July 13th was search the movie Taken. I was done when I heard that. Because not you relating fiction to reality.
She said she was a nurse, right?
No, she was a nurse. Like, she worked at a clinic, the whole thing. She wasn't a nurse.
What register she was gonna steal money out of?
I've never worked in a hospital, so I can't answer that question.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
Because even I know it runs through your insurance and ain't nobody paying for nothing.
Because they even bill you. You get billed.
Yeah.
Let's you have a copay, but like at a
maybe that's what it was. If you know what? Before we make any more assumptions, let me see what she worked at. Because if it was a clinic, that's highly possible. Ooh, not my phone on 7%. Hold on.
That's weird.
Let me see. Where does she work? I should have looked that up because that was a very good question.
Yeah, where the fuck are you stealing money? At the nursing home. I mean, at the nurse, like as a nurse, at a register.
Oh, she worked at a spa. I'm completely wrong. Let me retract that.
Okay.
Says she worked at the Woodhouse Spa. Okay, that's how she was stealing money from the register.
Yeah, they pay a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to work at a spa.
You did.
The average is like 70. So
she busted some money, man.
Yeah. So okay, that makes more sense now. But this all happened. The searching the bus station, buying the ticket, and what is that? And how to steal from the register all happened before she came up missing.
Listen, and my thing with the bus ticket, well, clearly she didn't go to Nashville. Like, what happened that you didn't just go on a trip?
I feel like at the tender age of 25, I'm going to Nashville or I'm leaving. I'm not doing.
But what I'm saying, you bought the ticket. So why you didn't get on the bus?
Because she faked the disappearance, and I think even she, because they overlook us so much with kidnappings and disappearances, even she didn't think it was going to turn into being a big thing like it did.
Right.
Because if you did all that, you expected for there to be little to nothing said about it.
Right. But what was the, like, why you ain't in Nashville? You still didn't get on the bus to go to Nashville. That was the plan.
Because by then she was reported missing. And I'm sure the only identification she had on her was her legal identification, because she don't seem like the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to like tracing yourself behind that. But I'm sure the only identification she had was her legal identification with her full name, birthday, all of that, description, everything on it. So if she would have showed up at that bus station and she's already been stated as a missing person, even the Greyhound station has to check your ID before they let you get on the bus. So if people been seeing your face all over TV and social media in Alabama at that time, you're going to get turned in. Like, it's simple as that. And what you're going to do when you get caught.
Just so weird. It's just weird.
She's real weird.
This is just strange.
Oh, and she also looked up, I forgot about that. They didn't say what day, but she also looked up the maximum age, for an Amber Alert to be sent out.
Oh, I didn't even get that one. I did say pay for, I got that, all the other ones, but I didn't get that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said she searched, that was one of her Google searches, like, what's the maximum age you can be for Amber. So it sounds like she was trying to avoid an Amber Alert being sent so she can kind of get away. But again, now, this is where we get to what was the reason. As Cardi B said, what was the reason? Because what was it?
Right.
Now,
I don't know.
In theory, everybody's saying she was trying to get away from her boyfriend. That's why I say in theory, allegedly, all of those technical words to keep me from being liable for saying something wrong.
Right. But I mean, you have to run away like that. I mean, that's like is he Ike? You Tina? Ike getting beat? Like, what are you running away from?
But even in that, you should be able to call your family. Right. But here's another thing I thought about. Apparently, her parents are tied in, like, with the local government, like the mayor and shit. Mm-hmm. So, in my mind, they want her to be with a certain type of person because it's going to look good towards them. But she found somebody else she wanted to be with. And again, this is in theory. She found somebody else she wanted to be with. And she felt like she had to sneak away to do
it. She should have been with them.
But like we discussed the other week.
Well, she about to be.
You gotta do all that to get away from a nigga. And then even her friends told on her. Like, one of her friends posted on Facebook and was like, nah, she was with her. Like, they went to a whole event that night. Like, nah, she met up with us and we went to somebody's festival they was at. And you was just gonna ride with the missing person story after you hung out with your homegirls.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, like, at this point, I'm like the internet. I want to know. Tell me what your reason was.
We know she was charged with 2 counts of making a false statement. I feel there was 2 counts of making a false statement, and there was another one, but I couldn't find it. But either way,
false reporting to law enforcement, faking an abduction, and falsely reporting an incident. Falsely reporting an incident.
So, and each one of these charges carry a year in prison individually.
But she looked good.
And that mugshot, I wish to look that good in my mugshot.
She really
she had time.
She did.
She didn't go straight from the hospital.
Whatever she did to relax.
Because she was happy with her decision when she got to taking that mugshot.
Woo! I needed that break.
Right. I was say she almost looked like, and I'll do it again, damn it.
Right. So pretty, just pretty. I'm like, okay,
that's cute, man. I've never seen the mugshot that cute.
Yeah, that she did it.
Like be a tornado.
Pretty. Yeah, I said, wow. Okay, girl. All right. You're gonna be somebody's bitch in prison.
You better raggedy yourself up a little bit when you get there.
Ready yourself up.
Make them ends split something.
Yeah, no, I just didn't understand. It was just a little confusing.
And so right now we're waiting for the trial.
Yeah. I did not like the fact that she really did have everybody searching for her and very concerned.
Spending money.
And that she really, right. And she really was just lying. And we really don't even know why.
I don't even think we're going to get a trial.
No, I think she's going to plea. I mean, because she already admitted to it.
Yeah, so she's going to take a plea. I don't even think we're going to get a trial, which is why I was just like, we can just do it now. Because I think she's just going to take a plea. And especially since her family or her parents has money and they're known apparently in that city in Hoover, I would take the plea. That would be my option. If I ain't got to do the full 3-4 years, I'm not gonna. I would take the plea.
I mean, yeah.
But I also would lie about being abducted.
Right. Yeah, I also wouldn't do that either. That's just a lot.
If I don't want to deal with y'all, like I said, I've always been raised, you always let at least one somebody know where you're going, where you're going to be at. Great. I just want to move away and don't want to be around nobody. One somebody is and it's going to be two, because I'm going to tell my parents. So somebody's going to know where I am, like, period.
At least to tell somebody, well, she's just not in the mood. She'll call you when she's ready.
Yeah, like I can tell you and just let them know, like, I'm cool, I'm all right, but I don't want to deal with them right now.
And then trying to make the boyfriend, and I want to know why they assume that the boyfriend is the reason. He was so supportive on the Facebook. He was like, oh, thank you for our supporting, finding her, and da-da-da-da. And then when all the crap went down, he was like, I'm just as shocked as you all by her.
I'm not even sure what's going on right now.
I wouldn't have did that. I would have said, oh, bitch, you faking it? I wouldn't have did that, okay? I ain't gonna show out. I just don't understand. But I did find out some information. So if you want to look for some real Black women that are missing, we have Felicia Cochran, who is from Alabama and been missing since 1992. Mm-hmm. Help find her. Yeah. Tierra Black from Philadelphia in 2015. Samantha from North Carolina, missing since 2021. Jessica from Minnesota, been missing from June 2022. Keisha Jacobs from Richmond, Virginia, been missing since September 2016. I got a whole bunch. I can go down this list on and on and
Bottom
on.
line,
if
you're willing to help find a missing Black woman, Black person in general, yeah, these are some names you can readily look up. You can go on Google and Google missing persons and specify to your liking what it is you're looking for, because there are people that are missing that can
freaking missing, yeah,
like that are really missing. And
I found it on the Black and Missing Foundation page.
Okay, there you go. Black and good grief, I want to sit up and I can't because the sun is in my eyeball. I was trying not to get up, but I can't help it now.
I can help some real ones out. Okay.
Yeah, no, do that. Absolutely do that. Help some people that really need it. Help some families get some real closure. But again, it's just disappointing because we are so overlooked as a whole. And when I say we, I mean Black and brown folk alike. And the one time they decided to take it serious, you were lying. You just made it hard for everybody moving forward. You really did that.
Just make you want to punch that pretty face.
No, seriously. But that's it for now, Carlee. You want to check on any updates? TikTok is your best spot. No Crime After Dark. I usually do my reviews and updates and stuff. Well, I'm not gonna say reviews, but my updates and stuff on there. At some point, somebody gonna start doing them too. I just don't know when. But that's usually when I get my reviews or my updates. There's another one coming up. If you've been watching with what is that man's name? It's Timothy something. And the only reason I remember Timothy Haslett Jr. I only remember Timothy because that's my brother's name. That's why I can't forget that part. But Timothy Haslett Jr. Again, stay tuned. I'm not even gonna say what it is because you're gonna have to see it on TikTok. Not even tell y'all. So you just have to go over there and look. But in the meantime, stay safe. Don't lie about going missing. when, when you do, don't go to festivals with your friends. Yeah. And please, if you do lie about going missing, at least let it be Ike Turner.
And just don't let Carlee ruin it for anybody else.
Please don't. Please don't. If something happens, you get the same urge to help and send money and go look, whatever. Please still keep that same energy for sure. Keep that. Don't let Carlee be the reason why. And I can get it, but don't let her be the reason.
No, we're not all the same.
Because even if I go missing, I'm missing. If can't nobody find me, I'm missing.
You can't even go 2 hours. I know you're on the road, girl. Where is you at? You spent 2 hours.
And you did try to wait that day because it was literally like 5 or 6 hours later.
Yeah, it was.
After I had it was literally like 11 o'clock that night. And I'm like, why is she calling me? Like, shouldn't she be it was the weekend, but still, like, shouldn't she be in the bed?
Girl, no.
I'm like, what's up? Girl, did you make it to home? I'm like, girl, I've been here. I haven't seen my granny and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, if she don't hear from me within 24 hours of anything, especially if I said I'm going on the road, please believe she's reporting me missing.
Mm-hmm. The real missing.
And if I don't answer, either I'm busy or I'm missing or I'm asleep.
But you at least now that may be very well it. Sleep is what you gonna do. Even if you're busy, you'll be like, Todd, I came back.
Right, like I'm doing something to back. But if I'm asleep at a certain time of day or night, and depending on how that nap is hitting at that moment or that sleep is hitting, I'll talk to you when I wake up.
Right. Yeah, but take it serious. I mean, don't let her
every time, even if they might be lying. Black, white, indifferent, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, anybody missing. Anybody missing.
Let me get on my phone. So anyway, as always, check us out. Facebook, No Crime After Dark. Instagram, No Crime After Dark _podcast.
Instagram.
Did I say Instagram?
Yeah.
Shit, I might need to make that a thing. Anyway, Instagram. I might have to make that a thing. It flows so smoothly. That makes an Instagram. Then we give it to you immediately. No, Instagram, No Crime After Dark _podcast. And I'm no longer going to even say Twitter because apparently they turned into X. It's not Twitter anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just it's the letter X. So I'm not even finna go through all that. So
is that what Elon Musk named his child?
I guess when he changed it, yeah. So Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, No Crime After Dark. The majority outside of YouTube, and I don't know why I never say YouTube. I guess because people just on there, but YouTube, No Crime After Dark. Ooh, excuse me. But outside of YouTube, the majority of our stuff is on TikTok. I'm done for today. You got anything?
No, that's it.
Well, as always, be safe and don't lie. See y'all next time.
Not lie.